Section 1.6 Interactive Assignment Objective 4. A gambler wanted to compare two types of poker strategies. One type is playing tight and the other is a loose style of play. It is a common belief that playing tight will win more pots. This belief is tested by having 10 poker players use each type of strategy in a game and comparing the number of pots won under each method of play. A coin flip was used to determine which type of poker strategy each player would follow first. Results indicated that there was no difference in the two types of strategy. Let's complete parts A through F below. So what type of experimental design is this? Okay, well, a completely randomized design is one in which each experimental unit is randomly assigned to a treatment. A matched pairs design is an experimental design in which the experimental units are paired up. The pairs are selected so that they are related in some way. A randomized block design is used when the experimental units are divided into homogeneous groups called blocks, and within each block the experimental units are randomly assigned to treatments. And case control studies are retrospective studies, meaning that they require individuals to look back in time or require the researcher to look at existing records. In this case here, we're dealing with one player compared to another player. Therefore, this is going to be a matched pairs design. So let's take a look at that result. So the answer is a matched pairs design. Next question, what is the response variable in this study? Okay, so remember, the response variable is a quantitative or qualitative variable that represents the variable of interest. So in this case, we want to know what are the number of pots won. So therefore, the response variable is the number of pots won. Okay, next question says, what is the factor that is set to predetermined levels and what is the treatment? Okay, so an experiment is a controlled study conducted to determine the effect varying one or more explanatory variables or factors has on a response variable. Any combination of the values of the factors is called a treatment. Okay, so the factor is the type of strategy, and the treatments are playing tight and a loose style of play. So therefore, again, the factor is the type of strategy and the treatments are playing tight and a loose style of play. Part D, identify the experimental units. Okay, experimental units is a person, object, or some other well-defined item upon which a treatment is applied. Well, in this case, it is the poker players. So therefore, the answer is the poker players. Part E, why is a coin used to decide the poker strategy each player would allow first? Well, in this case here, to introduce an element of chance into the experiment, to eliminate bias as to which strategy was used first, or to show that the experiment is fair or none of the above. Well, in this case here, we want to eliminate bias as to which strategy was used first. So therefore, the answer is B, to eliminate bias as to which strategy was used first. Okay, and then it says draw a diagram to illustrate the design and choose the correct diagram below. So this is a matched pairs design, so therefore it would be B. We randomly assign each player to both treatments, administer treatments and record the number of pots won, and then for each player compare the number of pots won. And so therefore it's going to be